Yo, what's good with it, y'all? It's your boy Lamborghini Preem, back once again talking this boxing shit. And as always, make sure you stop by my official site, hustlegameboss.com, and check out my all-new album, It's My Turn, the Throne Ascension LP. It's a motherfucking classic all the way around. And it's also available on Apple Music, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon Music, Spotify, Tidal. Big shout out to Tidal, Pandora, and it's even available on YouTube if you just want to check it out. You know what I mean? See what it sound like, or check out some of my other videos. They on my other channel. I'm gonna include the link in the description. If you're a fan of G shit, you know what I mean, you're really gonna appreciate the things that I do musically. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. You know what I mean? If you happen to go over there and check some shit out, and even if you don't, just like, comment, and subscribe. You know what I mean? Support a nigga. Also, make sure if you really fuck with me and you're looking for some official Supreme General merchandise, stop by hustlegameboss.com/shop and cop yourself an official Supreme General hoodie, t-shirt, hat, drawstring knapsack for the students, the bandanas for the dogs. I got the onesies for the babies. I got the phone cases for the ladies. You know what I mean? I got it all, baby. Anything you need, you know, and go in and cop. And as always, if you do cop something and you want me to shout you out, just get in touch with me, hit me up. You can find me on Instagram at HustleGameBoss, Twitter at HustleGameBoss, or on Facebook just search the Supreme General. And you know what I mean, tag me in some shit. Take a picture of yourself either rocking the shit, bumping my records or whatever. You know what I mean? Tag me in the shit. If I see it, I definitely will repost it, because I show love to all those who show love to me, man. You are appreciated all the way around, and that's just from one real nigga to the next. 100 though. But yeah, on to the video. And this one is an interesting topic, man. Very interesting. First thing I gotta do is send a big shout out to my man 78 Sports TV. He's where I got this information from. And yeah, big shout out to my man 78 for bringing this to my attention. And usually he accurate, so ain't no thing, you know what I mean, especially when it comes to Wilder specifically, you know what I mean. But he was saying that Wilder proposed the offer that, you know, he'll take whatever AJ offers him in the first fight, as long as AJ accepts that very same offer when he wins the fight in a rematch. And that was the G'est shit ever, man. That's the kind of shit I like to fucking hear. That shows me that Deontay Wilder wants this fight. And not only does he want this fight, he is absolutely 100% convinced and confident that he is going to win this fight. And I believe him. I agree too. I mean, like I said, I believe technically AJ is superior technically. He's more technically sound. His just about everything is a little sharper than Wilder. Wilder seemed a little more raw. You know what I'm saying? As far, especially, you know, when Wilder gets you hurt and he going in for the kill, you know, he'd throw big looping shots, you know what I mean, that maybe would have maybe a little more power on them if they was more straight. But that's just my opinion. Who knows? You know what I mean? And from the way he getting guys out of there, you can't argue with shit Wilder do, you know. Of course, I like to see him jab a little better, but his jab is already on point, man. It's nice. And that's one of the main reasons I feel like he'll beat Anthony Joshua, because he does have a jab to be able to get himself in range, to be able to land that bomb right hand. And once that mind eraser land on your ass, man, it's over, man. You know what I'm saying? And I think AJ and his team, they know that. You know, it's not that they don't think they could beat Wilder, because they have a hell of a shot to win. They just know that, man, eventually that right hand is probably gonna land, and when it do, it's lights out. You know what I mean? So if you're gonna take that risk, you want the money on the table. Shit, I can't even blame him either. You know what I mean? Because, you know, rushing into that Wilder fight, it could kill all AJ's momentum, and it'll basically knock the biscuit wheels off that gravy train. You know what I mean? And nobody's around for that right now, you know. So personally, you know, I can't blame AJ for the tactics that Eddie Hearn and them boys is employing. But at the same time, I gotta say, man, I'm really, really looking forward to this fight, man. When it happens, man, it's just so it's so unpredictable because AJ didn't look as good as he should look, or as good as he is, I should say, in his last fight, which was really basically a money fight. That shit against Tackle, like, we already knew who was gonna win. It was similar to the Wilder versus Bermane Stiverne too. Like, we knew Wilder was gonna win. It was just gonna be a matter, like, we didn't expect him to knock out Stiverne like that. It's a possibility, because after the Spilka fight, man, no one is safe against that right hand from Wilder, But we seen Stiverne hold his own and stay on his feet the whole 12 the last time. Now, I believe he got knocked down. They didn't call it a knockdown, but he got knocked down in the first fight. But I still expected him to go at least 10, 11 rounds the second time around. You figure what's coming. It's easier to avoid that the fucking hydrogen bomb, he called it, right hand. You would think he'd have been ready for that. He just didn't seem to be ready. He seemed like he got hit and got hurt early, and that was really all she wrote. And they put him on the defensive, and that was it. And that's what happens, especially in a heavyweight division. One punch can change the entire fight, and that's why I'm picking Wilder. I'm sticking to my guns. I'm picking Wilder for the fight when he does eventually fight AJ. And I'm also picking Wilder to beat Ortiz, even though Ortiz will not be a cakewalk for Wilder. That will not. Even if he stops him early, it won't be a cakewalk. Ortiz is a cold motherfucker, man. He has earned his spot as a boogeyman, per se, for the heavyweight division. For certain fighters, not necessarily Wilder, because Wilder is the main boogeyman in my opinion. He the one no one really wants to fight, even though he's the world champion. And if you in this motherfucking game, the whole reason should be to become world champion, and then become unified, and then become undisputed, and then go get your money. Motherfuckers like, yo, fuck that. If I gotta fight Wilder, I ain't with it. Nobody seems to be, anxious to do that. And big shout out to my man 78, man. Had me rolling, talk about that Tony Bellew shit, man, because that was funny as hell. Because Tony Bellew was talking cash shit before he met Wilder in person. And he met Wilder in person. Next thing you know, you see that interview, he was like, man, if I was going to fight anyone at heavyweight for real, I'm going to go for Joseph Parker. Fuck that Wilder shit, man. He's just too big, too strong. He ain't want to leave that motherfucker with brain damage, And I don't blame him either, because Tony Bellew just a funny motherfucker. But so is 78, man. Shout out to UG. And it's just a lot of good things happening, man. This kind of shit is the kind of shit I like to hear, man. It really shows me that Wilder is extremely confident in himself, and that makes me more secure with my pick. So, I'm going my man Wilder. And even though I know Eddie Hearn and them not going to accept those terms that Wilder offered, man, that's just some G shit that I have never heard. Yeah, it's some G shit, man. I love it, man. And I feel like more fighters should call other fighters bluff by, using, like basically putting themselves in position like that. Because a lot of these fighters do a lot of talking. They say this, they say they're going to do this, say they're going to do that. They say they're interested in fights. They say this, they say that. They say this person can't make money, don't bring no money to the table. Now it's like, man, fuck all that shit. I'm willing to take the peanuts that you willing to give up for the fight, long as you willing to take the same peanuts in the rematch. Man, I can't even think of nothing more G than that, man. That's man, that's just that shows so much confidence in yourself as a fighter. And that's the kind of shit I really, really, really appreciate. I can't even state that enough, how much I appreciate that. So big shout out to my man Wilder. Big shout out 78 Sports TV. Make sure you check him out if you don't know who that is. And also big shout out to Anthony Joshua, man. Because even though I'm a Wilder fan first, I fucks with Anthony Joshua, man. He is definitely my second favorite heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? His personality is second to none, man. He's a wonderful guy. The man works hard. He never shows up to fights out of shape. You know what I mean? He's technically sound. He's learning more with every fight, man. He's a great ambassador for the not only the sport but for also the heavyweight division, man. Same thing with Wilder, man. Just two great guys, man. It's almost like when that fight happened, man, you almost don't want to see a loser. And hopefully it's one of those fights where even though somebody has to lose, no one is a loser. You know what I mean? Where you come out win or lose, two winners. You know what I mean? That's the kind of shit I'm looking forward to personally. So yeah, man. Shout out to Wilder for being a G. Shout out to AJ for just being who he is. Shout out to Eddie Hearn. Shout out to Al Heyman. Shout out to every motherfucking body, man. I'm on to the next one, man. I'm gonna holla at y'all. 100.